What are we on? How's it going, guys? We're back. Episode 32 or 33?
I think it's 33.
I think we're on 33, and we're back with the original cast. We got Willie next to me, and we got Jose in the back over there. Alrighty, well, today we're going to talk about, what is it? Lost Colonies, the Roanoke. We're going to talk about, which one did you have, Jose?
The Mayan.
Mine what? The Mayan civilization,
Yeah,
and
Mayan
Willie, you're going to talk about the lost city of Atlantis.
I guess I could talk about the Bermuda Triangle.
The Bermuda Triangle, bro, they say it's a lot of, like, it's, what's it called? It's, like, messed up the navigation, you know, the polar opposite and all that shit, right? And it's weird when airplanes drive right there, like,
their shit starts, like, getting messed up.
The electromagnetic, some bullshit like that.
It has
bro.
a high magnetic field.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that
more than aliens.
Whenever something sketchy happens, you're like, people are like, they like to like put like conspiracy out. It was the aliens, you know, like it was the government.
It's kind of funny though if you look at the Bermuda, like the conspiracies around the Bermuda. It's like they say that there's like a sea monster that eats everyone right there.
It's a big ass on that.
People say that there's aliens. People say that the Atlantis is right there. Like
they say that there's a portal that takes you through time.
Yeah,
which I mean,
that makes
I don't know. There's some fools that said that they've been through there and they get to the destination an hour earlier than what they're supposed to. So
it makes sense. No, it makes sense because remember there was that one story of this dude that like flew inside there and then he flew inside there. He supposedly went into a portal. He went into time and he like fast forward a couple years before, like forward, and that he saw that the spaceships, but like the planes were like water and like different colors and shit. And then when he went back up, like he went more inside, that it went back to normal.
So he just went into the future for a bit, for like 2 minutes. Strange, man.
Or maybe he saw it like the color different. Maybe, you know.
There's this other one too where this passenger plane he went through a tunnel through there, like a fucking funnel, and he says that there was a lot of turbulence and he didn't know what to do, and then like another hole appeared at the end of this funnel, and when he got out of there, he said that every single passenger's watch was turned back 20 minutes.
Well, that's crazy, bro. And that has to do with something like, remember we talked about like wormholes, black holes, and all that shit, bro. There's something that...
They have something,
something that you just... I feel like, you think it's like man-made, or is it like nature-made, you know?
What if there's like a special like fucking base right there or some shit, you know?
I mean, it could be nature-made, dude. Have you guys heard of ball lightning?
No. Boat lightning? Nah.
Ball lightning.
Ball lightning? Nah,
ball
explain
lightning
to us.
is like literally just a ball of lightning that just gets shot out, and it could go through walls and stuff, and people. I think it's killed a couple people. It's like a natural.
But where? Like, where does that happen?
Like during a hurricane or during storms. Like it's most likely for it to happen.
That's fucking nuts. I've never heard.
It's literally a ball of lightning, dude. That just like
maybe
it's the Zeus's fucking
Zeus's light bulb and shit.
Yeah, it's Zeus up there just fucking around, you know.
He's drunk and he's just fucking shit up. That's crazy though. Maybe it is nature made because it makes sense. But supposedly there's like more than one Bermuda Triangle.
More than one?
Yeah. There's a lot of reports that it's like that same activity that happened during the Bermuda Triangle over there. And it's kind of like by Florida, Bermuda, and like. They say that there's more over there on like the other side of the world and shit. So.
Do you like when you see like a photo of like the maps and all that? Like, do you believe like, that's where everything is at? You know, like I feel like there's a more like hidden islands and more land that's undiscovered. I don't know. Well, the thing is also too in space. You know, they could see everything. You know.
Yeah, so they can kind of see.
You think like there's some shit that we don't know about? Or
well, there's a lot of people that say like the photos that were taken up in space are fake.
Yeah, and people even have the audacity to say space is fake. Yeah, like, oh, you've been there, you know, like you've been to the moon, you know, how do you know it's real? And I'm like, bro, like you.
Like, how the fuck am I gonna go to the moon? Yeah,
sometimes you're like, man, I think you're awesome too. Sometimes you're you're fucking stupid, bro. You know, like get this shit out.
You're just like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna go right now.
We'll go right now, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Let me go inside my spaceship, bro. And
They said the moon landing too. No, it was.
I heard that was staged, bro.
Yeah, because it was like between with that, what was it, the Cold War?
Yeah, we're going
a lot
through
of
the
tension
Cold War.
and shit. So everyone was trying to be like superior, and maybe it was like.
Because the video they sent and it shows the American flag and it was like.
Yeah,
like there was wind. And,
that there's no wind up there.
Yeah, there's
That's
crazy.
It basically a vacuum sealed. Like no possible way for the flag to be moving. Who knows?
And something about like the glare now. It was like a photo, and then the glare shows like it's like you can only replicate that photo if it was like staged and some shit like that, bro. Yeah, the lighting was off.
Well, supposedly it was made in like the Hollywoods, like the cinema, like over there and shit like that. It was made right there. Fuck, I don't know.
If we did it, then later on we did end up going to the moon. You know?
I feel like maybe we didn't do it that when we said we did it, but maybe later on, yeah.
The astronauts that went to the moon, I think one of them admitted too that it was staged, and and that's like, damn, bro, you played everyone, But I could understand their motive, like you mentioned, bro. Like, we're having tension with Russia, and we wanted to be like, who's more superior?
We wanted to
who's
be
the more superior country?
Yeah. And we ended up staging and killing our own president.
Yeah, man. That president, like we talked about, bro, in many podcasts, man. That president actually wanted to expose things, for what they were. He was messing around with the secret societies, bro. He's like, yeah, we have a president in the United States, but it's like he's just a pawn, for like the big secret societies that are hidden, big corporations and all that.
Yeah, he was a pretty good. He wanted to do a lot of things, bro.
Yeah.
I think what's it called? I think it was that documentary too, the Acknowledged one. I think they were talking about JFK and the relationship he was having with Marilyn Monroe and why they killed her. Because I guess he was telling her all the stuff that he was trying to do, like expose the government.
Yeah. So when they killed him, they're like,
and I guess Marilyn Monroe had done an interview with a news corporation, to basically put it out there. And I guess the phone was tapped, and that's when they basically poisoned her or whatever they did to her.
And what age did she die? I thought she died like in her old,
I don't know.
She was all wrinkly.
I'll Google it right now. Yeah. There's really, and then that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude.
That's fucking crazy.
He was beating cheeks, man. He was beating.
Was it an affair, or was it like before he was a president?
No, it was an affair. Like,
was it?
Yeah, he was cheating on
her. I thought it was before.
No, I think it was he was cheating on his wife.
Goddamn.
He was having the affair. They found they found documents and everything to prove it, that he was writing her and stuff like that.
She was only 36 years old.
When she died?
She died at 36 years old, and cause of death is arbitrary overdose, like.
Yeah,
overdose,
they poisoned her basically.
Overdose, an OD, yeah.
AKA poison.
AKA the fucking.
Yeah. AKA she's been murdered.
There's also stories about what the government does when they want to get rid of you or put you away for life in prison.
Well,
they put child pornography in your computer.
That's crazy how that all these dudes, like all these like politicians, or like the dude from Netflix, the one that recently got caught, that supposedly he was like producing not supposedly, he was producing child pornography, not just child pornography, he was producing it.
This was when?
Recently?
Yeah, I didn't hear about it.
He was a black guy. Oh, that's why I didn't hear it, bro.
Yeah. They want to put in the media.
Doesn't fit the
Burnley murder.
Doesn't fit it. But he was producing child pornography.
And that's what using that as a little excuse, like, I'm making a movie, making an inspirational, innovation movie.
It's
crazy, man.
What happened? What's going on with that?
The CEO of Netflix.
No, it was like some weird dude that helped with Netflix.
Like a producer, executive producer.
Damn, that's fucking trip.
That's weird, bro.
Well, Netflix right now is getting a lot of heat for their Cuties video and how they're not gonna shut it down.
And they still haven't taken it down.
They haven't taken it down because the producer is a chick, and she's like, oh, this film is meant for like the young ladies, to be more like independent, more like just.
But why couldn't they just be like high school girls
or even college kids,
college
bro?
Girls,
or at least freshman college.
College girls, something like when we know they're past 18.
Yeah, kind of like Pitch Perfect,
Exactly. But twerking version.
Get us a fat Amy in there.
Yeah, because it's like, damn, like.
It's weird, bro.
Girls?
Yeah.
Like, what sick audience? Like, what empowerment do little girls have to have, bro? Like. What empowerment, bro? Like, they're little girls.
Yeah.
They have to be, like, living, like...
And they're still kids, too, bro. And people try to, like, what's going on right now, bro? I mean, a lot of... I'm noticing this a lot, too, when I go out, bro. A lot of, like, these young chicks, bro, like, they're all makeup. They're all, like, with the clothes, you know, like, what normal... like, what people, like, older people would wear, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And they're already acting like how... 18, 19-year-olds that be acting.
But then who do you blame? Like, the person...
Blame the parents, bro. Give me a little left elbow. The razor elbows, like Tony first.
Blame the parents, but blame the people that are producing this shit.
Yeah, that too. But we don't hold these people accountable. You know why?
Like, these girls are little girls. Why the fuck are you giving them crop tops? Why are you producing crop tops for them?
The makers and the clothes.
The makers are kind of like...
Yeah.
The makers are trying to make money at the end of the day. But come on, bro.
Money is money, bro. Money...
there's a certain...
Power.
Yeah. There's a certain, kind of fine line where you say, like, you know what, like, nah.
Yeah, and every time I go, like, to the mall or even JCPenney, I went Friday to get a flannel. Like, the little girls, they're not wearing, like clothes that adults should be wearing, bro. And they're not really growing up, bro. They're not really being kids no more, bro. And weird, man. Weird society we're living in,
Yeah.
But we for this episode, wanted to talk about civilization. Let's keep it back on civilization.
Let's get back on topic, guys.
Let's get back on topic and actually talk about civilizations. Like, you want to start off first? You want me to go?
Let's go down the road, Joe. You can start.
All right. I'm gonna start off first. So my story, not research, but I looked at the lost. I don't want you guys to fact check me, be like, nah, you're wrong, this and that. So, like, in the 1500s, around 1580 or 60, when they were first sending, like, the first coloniers, like, to the U.S., right? It was the U.S. Like, it was around, like, Virginia, Jamestown, all that shit.
It was during the 1600s?
Around there. It was early 1600s. No, at the end of the 1500s. So it was like 1560 to 1585. They sent the first colony, like, all right, we know there's more land out there, and we're gonna send you guys. You guys are gonna be the first colony, the Roanoke, to discover, if there's like another place we could live, grow, expand, shit like that. So they sent a shitload of people, right? And like one of the main leaders was like, we're running out of food, we need more resources, I'm gonna go back. So like one or two dudes, they went back to the colony to report like, what's going on, like, hey, and keep in mind, we're coming in boats, right? Yeah. We're not coming in a fucking airplane, the airport, months, LAX, shit like that.
I was thinking months.
Yeah, it even takes years. I think it was years, bro, just to go back and forth, bro. And once they came back the second time, right? So they already dropped the first colony, right? So they came back with resources, reinforcements, shit like that. And they couldn't. And when they came back, there was no sign of the first colony. So the second colony was like, where the fuck was everyone at? Like, what's going on? And so they were trying to find them, and basically they couldn't find shit. And on the trees there was a lettering, so a word, Croatan. That was written on the tree. And to this day, like, they don't really know what Croatan means, like, the fuck is Croatan, And what people believe is that, like, one theory that makes sense about the lost colony, how they disappeared, is that back then there was a lot of Indian tribes, that would fuck shit up, shit like that. So basically they got kidnapped, by Indian tribes, and, like, sold and shit as slaves. That seems like a more reasonable theory than, like, they got abducted by aliens, That's what, to this day they don't know. They don't really know what happened, because there was a lot of people, bro. A lot of people in that colony, bro. They were just discovering new terrains of land, and they really don't know what really happened to them at the end of the day.
Well, it says they had two theories, no?
Two theories, yeah.
Yeah, they either got
abducted by aliens or they got kidnapped by.
They either went with the Croatian tribe, the native Croatian tribe, or Croatan, or they massacred them.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, because it was like
they never found any bones. Like, archaeologists, they're trying to dig up, like, the bones and shit.
I feel like it makes sense if they went with everyone wants to hear, like, a good story, like a nice story that they didn't die, Because a lot of people think that they just went with the Croatan tribe, that they went with that tribe and they just, like, became, like, Indians like them, like they would just be with them,
There's a good possibility, yeah.
Or there's a possibility that these motherfuckers just came and just
fucked them up.
I don't know. The tribe came and they saw food.
They saw food.
But they didn't really have a lot of food. Like there were a lot of resources, and there was a lot of children, a lot of girls too, bro. A lot of women. And yeah, they probably, they probably blended in,
Because if it was all girls, these Indians were like, damn, these are made. You can mate with them.
Guys too, man. Guys too. It was like a big ass colony, bro. Imagine like a big ass like little village, They all fucking disappeared without any trace, any nothing, bro. No clothes or nothing. Like not even their. Like, what were they carrying back then? Like what type of shit? Like they weren't carrying phones, They were carrying like what?
The spears, no.
Yeah.
Crossbows.
Crossbows.
Did they have guns in the 1600s? Yeah, huh? No?
I think they had the powder guns. No?
The powder guns.
Nah. I don't think so. I don't think they had shit, bro. But
pretty sure though. How do you think they fucked up all these Indians?
Oh yeah. Nah, you're right. But no trade, no sign. We can all agree at the end of the day, bro. These dudes got fucking kidnapped, bro.
Because there's a lot of I feel like aliens is too bold now. Yeah. Like everyone's just gonna blame aliens. Like and all of us, it's aliens, bro. All of the ones that mostly in every lost civilization, I feel like people just say like, you know what, it was aliens. Aliens kidnapped them.
I mean, you can't find evidence to what happened to them.
Just call it aliens, right? Then they slap a little alien label.
But that's crazy that they couldn't find no bones.
No, nothing.
They couldn't find, because usually, like, if they would have get massacred, bro, they wouldn't. I don't think the Indian people were eating
bodies and shit, no.
The bones, they could use the bones as weapons. I don't know.
The rib, huh? Just use it as a spear.
Big ass rib.
I don't know, bro. That's pretty weird, bro. It's kind of crazy how like a whole civilization, like, what happened to them? No one knows. Like, it's kind of trippy, Like, we don't know what happened to them, and like.
Damn. Lost generation right there.
It could have been a good thing, could have been a bad thing. Because the Indian back then, when it was
they're ruthless, bro.
They were warring, the Indians, they used to fight with each other.
Yeah.
What makes you think they're gonna fight with foreigners?
Yeah, and back in the day, used to like the colonies, they would go and shit. They'll be like, hey, like you need help, like fucking up this tribe, I'll help you out, but let's team up and let's fuck, this tribe up. That's what happened, bro. Like it wasn't no peaceful. All the Indians were peaceful with each other. It wasn't like that. It was tribes and the foreigners. Like just be fucking up other colonies.
Yeah.
It was all fucked up, bro. It wasn't peaceful, bro. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Everyone was fucking everyone up.
Fuck no, they even did witchcraft amongst each other.
A lot of crazy shit was going on.
Yeah, it's funny because I was but I saw this video of this Indian girl, and she was like, yeah, a lot of people, like, I'm Indian, but a lot of people think that like United States before the what do you want to say,
like the takeover and all
the people that came and like they did whatever they had to do. Christopher Columbus and all that, like whoever thinks that like it was just peaceful and we were just chilling and like everyone was living amongst each other, like no, dude, there was like fucking massacres. Indians were killing Indians. Like, it was like, just that the pilgrims that came just capitalized, bro.
Yeah.
They had more advanced stuff, bro.
Yeah. The guns and shit. Yeah. Like, the way of eating, like, growing food and all that shit.
And it was crazy because, like, a flu for them was like, it's pretty fucked up. A flu for the Indians were like...
Yeah, once they transmitted new diseases, bro, their bodies were like, what the fuck is this?
Because I heard before they had, I don't know if you guys ever heard this, bro. One of my history teachers told me this, that before, when there was slavery and all that shit, like before they had like African Americans as slaves, they had Indians as slaves.
Yeah.
But their immune system was just.
They were weak as fuck,
bro. So they just started doing it with the blacks, and the blacks were like, they could go for days,
Suitable, or... Yeah. What do you think that is, bro?
I don't know.
I think everyone adapts to whatever part of the world they're in, so it's harsher over there where they're from.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And they get Asians, or what do you call the Southern? Where are they from? The Asian people, how their eyes are slanted.
Yeah, it's all different environments and all that shit. It's a big ass factor of just how just everyone all these race certain types of people, bro, just all the environments, bro, is what shapes, Science, bro, there's science. There's I don't know what tribe is it, bro, like it's like some Asian, not a tribe or it's what is it, bro? It's like the locals where they in that place where they live, bro. They get a lot of sand, so they get a lot of like sandstorms and all that, bro. So they develop a mutation, bro, at their eyelids, like they have like thicker eyelids, bro. So the sand won't get into their eyes, bro. It's weird, bro.
The fuck?
Yeah, they're like thick, bro.
Bro, that's like some like Darwinism type of shit, bro. Survival of the fittest.
And it's all just how we live, bro. You know, if we live in
like
colder environments,
generations and generations of that.
If we live in colder environments, you know, it's like over time, But this process, bro, it takes millions of years, bro.
It takes generations after generations, bro.
Shitload of generations.
Maybe that's what they want you to think.
Well, they just make.
They just do it. They just like.
We made them in a lab.
There's other colony in one of the islands where their lungs adapted to fishing underwater for long periods of time. Like they could hold their breath for a long and just fucking spear the animals, or spear the fish under there.
But then you got to keep this in consideration too. Like they don't have the, you know, like pollution like we do. You know, because I feel like our lungs are weaker than someone that doesn't have no pollution. In there, you know, right here, like we have a lot of fucking warehouses, a lot of this shit, a lot of gases, a lot of, you know, we all sniff that.
Warehouse City, bro.
You, bro.
Yeah. And look what's going on in what is it, San Diego, right, or San Francisco?
Which one?
Where it's like everything looks like orangey yellowy because of pollution and like the fires and all that. It's crazy, bro. Have you seen the pictures? Have you seen the pictures with me? Look them up right now.
It's just a shithole.
Yeah.
No, not San Diego. Fucking San Francisco.
San Francisco, bro. The pollution and all that, bro. You go outside, bro. Everything looks like yellowy, bro, orangey, and it's what the fuck, you know, because of the fires, the pollution. That shit's gross, man.
There you go.
Imagine breathing that shit, like.
Thinking it's not doing no harm.
Because a lot of foods in San Francisco, bro, they like doing that little morning jog shit.
Yeah, imagine just sniffing all that nasty shit.
Fuck.
You seen it? Show us it, bro.
Look at this shit, dude. It looks like a fucking apocalypse, dude.
Yeah, it looks like apocalypse, bro. And we're doing that shit, bro.
Well, the fires are.
The fire?
Well, the fire, the pollution. There's no regulation. Like in China, there's no regulation on pollution.
Yeah, I remember when like the pandemic here in China, so they had to like close down everything. They looked at they took a picture and like I don't know if it was in space. I'm pretty sure it was in space.
Yeah, before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID and after COVID, like the pollution cleared up, bro, by like 80%, bro.
Fishes started coming back, bro, that used to not come.
What?
Yeah, nature, bro. It's crazy, man. Man-made shit, bro. And the thing about these fires too, bro, they were man-made. The motherfucker was just like a little Antifa, little soy boy, who started the fires, bro. Like most of these fires, bro.
For real?
People are starting them.
Like the gender reveal one that happened around here, right here.
Oh, I know that one.
That one was a gender.
Everyone knows that one.
Well, everyone's roasting on him.
Yeah.
And there's another one too, the Antifa fool that got caught. Like,
yeah, that fool
so
did him.
He took out a gun and he was like, "Stop! Like, why the fuck were you doing that?" And this and that. And like, she had him like with the gun, bro. Yeah.
Well, because Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
He was burning the forest.
So I'm gonna burn down the whole fucking world, man.
Yeah.
Or whole California.
Then I guess like that's how you get the point across. That's how you seem sane.
Makes sense, bro.
Makes sense. Bro.
I see where they're coming from.
Like if you don't agree with them, they could just beat you up because you don't. You don't.
And then if you even like lay one below, you'll go to jail. Yeah.
That's the world we're living in, bro.
Yeah, you got a story, Willie? Your story is probably like the best one, bro.
What do you mean?
The lost city of Atlantis.
So King Neptune got abducted back in the.
That's all right,
so
guys.
Poseidon beefed it with King Neptune.
And then Achilles' heel came and.
Fucking Achilles, bro.
They're gonna fact check you, bro. Like no,
Like no,
that didn't happen.
It's like two different things.
Unlike.
Yeah, you got tell the little village in Alaska, right?
Yeah, the gnomes. Let me pull up my little notes show real quick, aka the internet.
Pull up the cliff notes.
All right, so this is it's about a small town in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Nome.
Nome Town?
Nome Town, USA.
Is there gnomes there?
Hey, you never
The
know.
gnome live there?
It's northwestern town. No. Yeah. So the only way to get to this town is by plane.
By
Yeah, I've
plane?
seen it. It's like a little cargo plane, no?
So you can only get by plane. So once you get dropped off and the plane leaves, you're gonna have to wait for that plane to come back.
I read the thing is like back when I was a kid, bro, I would read a lot of Alaska stories, bro, and that's true, man. Because there was a story, bro, that I read that the family lived in this place that only planes could go, bro. Like whenever they wanted food and all that, like a cargo plane would like drop off food and all that shit. So I guess the kid was doing homeschooling, you know, he can't go to regular classes, so they would ship books to him and all that. That's the book I read, yeah, bro. And I agree with you, man.
Yeah, well,
you're not bullshitting that story.
Fact check.
I just fact checked it, and it's right.
You're stupid.
keep on going.
Well, yeah, from 1960, I think, to 2001, there has been a number of disappearances in this town, and no one knows why. Mm-hmm. And at first, they thought it was just a serial killer, you know. Dang. Someone just going around killing people.
That kind of makes sense, like.
But they're like, why would someone just randomly go around killing people in this harsh weather or however the fuck, you know?
Because he knew he was not gonna get caught.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
you're not gonna get caught.
And the population, you know, like they barely have like.
Everybody knows each other.
Yeah,
so
that
like,
too, yeah.
Yeah, it's a small population of 4,000, I think.
That's nothing.
Right there, I heard, bro. There's a city, bro, that everyone just likes. Which one is? There's a city. Well, back in the day, bro, everyone used to leave their doors open, you know, like shit like that, you know. And everything was like back then, bro. You actually knew your neighbor, you know. You actually knew his name and like what he's doing with his life, you know. Like tell me right now, you know all your neighbors, you know, around your house. Like back then, it was more like more interactive, you know. Like yeah, we had these cell phones. We're so closer than ever, but in reality, we're just disconnected even more.
Because you would expect like that town to be like everyone knows each other. Like yeah, that's the guy that makes the bread, or hey, that's the shop.
A small town like that, bro. That's everyone gets to know each other, bro. It's cool, man.
I'm pretty sure someone will be like, dude, that guy's actually sketchy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think
hey, little Billy's acting up, you know.
Yeah, he's a little weird. He has like fucking Satan stickers on his car.
Confront him, you know. And like what were you saying?
Well, yeah, they got the FBI involved. And the FBI came to the conclusion that these people were disappearing because they were drinking a lot and they were just getting lost in the harsh weather and freezing up to death.
Is it that same city? There was a city, bro, where they were saying like the water was making them crazy. Was it that story too?
I don't think so.
That the water there was like a lost village, bro. And
I think I've heard about that.
Not a lost village, a lost town, bro, where everyone disappeared and like the water was contaminated and shit like that. And they blamed it all on the water and that made them crazy and all that.
Making them hallucinate and shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy, bro.
And what did the FBI say?
That the people were disappearing because they were drinking too much and just
drinking too much.
But you would find the bodies, though, no?
No, they wouldn't find the bodies. They wouldn't find anything.
But you would have found it, no? Like sooner.
Oh, you would have found the bodies. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if that was a case, you know, you would find their bodies frozen to death.
Yeah,
like
sooner or later you'll smell something, you know.
Well, not really. It's Alaska. Your body will be very well preserved. But either way, I mean, if you're walking home, someone's bound to, you know, if it's a small community, you know.
You think if someone if someone just puts them in warm water, he'll come back to life?
What's that one dude? That magician. What's his name? David. Is it David Blaine? The one that was on the Joe Rogan. That fool froze himself, bro, for like what? Was it 20 minutes or an hour?
He
froze himself, bro, and that fool was.
I think it was 18 hours, dude.
So that's crazy, bro. And a little bit of hot water, I think will bring him back to life, bro. You know, preserve the body.
How did he freeze for 18 hours? Though?
I don't know, bro. That dude's crazy, man.
Let's see, 72 hours.
So he
How did he freeze himself?
And he said this was the only stunt that he's ever performed that almost killed him. Like it was bad. Like he almost.
This was jumped out of a fucking out of plane, like out of space, bro. This motherfucker, David Blaine.
I know. But this is the only stunt he's ever.
That's the one that he said that actually almost killed him.
Yeah, almost killed him, dude.
And all the other ones were just piece of cake.
And he said that he was I think he said he was hallucinating or something.
Yeah, he seen a video he was talking about on Joe Rogan that he was hallucinating.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And you don't think later on, you know, people are gonna be like, because what's happening right now,
they froze like a little girl's body now because she had like some disease and shit, and later on they want to like figure out what's wrong with her, like the future and all that. Did you hear about that?
Her parents just said yeah.
No, bro. Like they froze her body because she had like some rare condition and this and that. Like they could.
Walt Disney is frozen too.
Walt
Disney. Yeah, dude? Yeah, he froze himself before he died. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
So bro. What they did, I forgot what they do. They take out all your blood, then they put a chemical in your veins to preserve your body and preserve all your organs, and they freeze them like in a chamber.
Yeah, what is the cryo? Is it cryo chamber? What's it called?
I don't know what to call it. But supposedly he told them to bring him back to unfreeze him when they're able to find out how you could bring someone back after freezing them.
That's what they did to that little girl. You know, later on they probably may have like the technology to treat that rare condition. So if they end up figuring out like how to do this shit, you know, and
you think it could be possible, dude?
It's crazy as fuck, though.
That's
crazy as fuck. Like, how do you bring them back? Like,
that's what I mean. You think
just some freedom, or what is this? Cheat your own?
Yeah, and the technology. That's what they want to wait for later on. You know, like if technology gets a little bit better, we can do a lot of shit. Maybe, or you freeze yourself right now, and later on we have the technology to save you.
You're basically artificially creating a life. You think it's possible? You're like, cause they're dead. Their heart stops. Their brain's not working. You're bringing someone back to life. How would you be able to free someone and bring that same person back to life, like with the same personality, the same emotions, what they lived through? Like how?
Yeah, how do you bring back their soul?
It doesn't make sense.
Like their life. Well, if you freeze them, like, and you unfreeze them, like, but if you get their heart working again, you know how normal, you know, how normal beats, you know, I'm pretty sure you could. With the technology later on, bro.
And maybe the trick to this is nothing to do with like bringing their heart to get back to it, but bringing their soul back. If they find a way to capture the soul.
Yeah, because it's your soul.
Yeah. Maybe if they find a way to capture the soul, you know?
Yeah, because I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and I believe later on with technology, bro, shit like that, we're talking about it, like, we think it's far outreach, you know, but later on it's going to be a big joke, you know. Later on it's going to be some super easy, you know, that people are going to do.
It's crazy because it's like...
Yeah, imagine freezing yourself. Yeah, imagine freezing yourself and later on, like, nah, I'm not trying to live in this pastime, you know.
Did I tell you that book I was reading used, who made electricity? Edison? They used him as an example. They're like...
Not Edison, it was Benjamin Franklin, no?
The light bulb, no? Or according to like Joe Biden, it was a black guy.
well, let's use the light bulb as an example. Like before it was invented, it has always been there. Yeah. They just hadn't found a way to create it.
Maybe it's already there, but we can't manifest it. You know,
and that's the thing. Like a lot of spiritual people or a lot of let's say it's like celebrities. What's that name? From the Beatles? John. Yeah, how he made the song Yesterday. He got it off of a vivid dream. And he just, when he woke up, he wrote all the lyrics down word by word.
Yeah. Have you guys been like dreaming lately? You know, when you guys go to sleep, like dreams, like vivid ass dreams.
I haven't tried, but I could if I want to.
Cause dude, like I've been having like vivid ass dreams, bro. Like I'm living another fucking life, dude. And that's what.
They're called those are called lucid dreams.
Yeah, I'm experiencing a lot of those, bro. It's probably happening like 6 days out of the week now, bro. Having vivid dreams, bro.
So if you do your research, it says that it could be part of a spiritual awakening you're going through, where you're opening your third eye to like different ideas, different beliefs.
That's what it says, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And it's like. And this other life, bro, I still have, like, the same one, bro, you know. I still have, like, my brother, you know, Josie. I still have, like, my other family, bro, but we're just living, like, it's like I got more time, you know, to spend with them. I mean, hey, can't complain, bro, you know. Can't complain. But it's weird, bro. It's weird because I'm having them. Like I said, bro, I'm probably having them, like, every day.
So the trick to this is if you're able to, like, wake up in the dream and know that you're dreaming and being able to control what you do inside there, you're able to manifest it outside, like when you wake up.
There's been times that I could have controlled them, bro. That in my dreams, I could control the action that's going through.
And there's this movie.
Pretty cool, man.
There's this movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, it's
Inception.
That's
That
a good
one.
movie, man. That's a good movie.
So it's based off of that, the lucid dreaming, where you could test yourself, like usually throughout the day, when if you know you don't know if you're awake or dreaming, people put like their thumb through their hand and shit. And if it doesn't go through, then you're awake. And if you do it throughout the day, like multiple times, you're bound to do it during your dream. Where in your dream, you'll do it and your thumb's gonna go through the palm of your hand. And that's when you know you're dreaming, and then you're able to control it.
Bro.
But if you get too excited, if your brain gets too excited, you're gonna wake up. It's very hard to get in that state. It's called that state of sleeping is called what's that state of REM? I think the REM sleep. When you're in the deepest state of sleep, where when you're in that state of sleep called REM, you're basically you could teach yourself to do anything. Like if you're listening to an audio, your brain's just gonna take it in as information and it's gonna stay there, you know.
Yeah.
In your conscious mind.
Yeah, sleeping, bro, it's crazy, man. I had a dream. I think this was like a year and a half ago, bro. That someone shot me with a shotgun, bro. And then I felt like I could have feel it, bro. Like it was like a big ass pain, bro. This is like a year and a half, like 2 years ago.
Maybe you're looking
weird,
into the
man.
future, dude.
Like with a shotgun, bro. Like with a fucking. It's crazy, man.
So are we gonna go back to the civilization?
We're talking about civilization.
You
We're
went off
talking
topic, Joel.
We're talking about some bullshit, dude.
I'm over here talking about my little Gnomestown, Alaska, the last frontier.
So shitty you with a fucking shotgun.
The last frontier.
What do they do right there? Just fish? That's like the most income you can do right there. Just fish. What's over there?
Fish,
McDonald's?
moose, bears.
Alaska, bro. Alaska's. I heard it's beautiful right there, bro. Just a place to just get away, man. And
Yeah, but to survive over there, fuck, dude.
it's harder. Don't get me
Different
wrong,
breed.
you know, like the foods and all that, bro. You're not gonna get like strawberries right there, you know, like quite often.
But they say that's one of the healthiest diet. That's how they made the keto diet. They did it off of.
They be eating crab right there, bro. A lot of crab, a lot of fucking fish.
I forgot what documentary it was where this guy went to go do research on a tribe that was right there, and he basically went on their diet, where their diet was 6 months was fish and 6 months was meat, little to no vegetables. And he says he got so healthy, like the doctors were like, what the fuck, like what'd you do? Is like, oh, I was just eating fish and meat like for 6 months out of the year, and like 6 and 6, you know.
Yeah, well, you're not like keep in mind, you know, a lot, when you go on the keto diet, you're just eating fats. Like it's all fats. Like it's fats. It's high fats, high protein, so minimal carbs. You know, and they like with science, like it proves that because they did a little research on the keto diet, and it proves like it's an effective diet for a short period of time, bro. You know, because eventually your body's gonna be using the fats and the fats as energy instead of carbs. It's gonna like transition. But the first 2 weeks of keto, bro, like you like.
I heard you feel like shit or something.
Yeah, you feel like shit, and like and you dissolve like your bowels, you know, like diarrhea and all that. You're just flushing everything away. Guess you should try it, man. You should try those, eh? That's keto. Meats and you probably come out with a 12-pack, right? 6 months.
16-pack.
So 16-pack. They're gonna be on your forehead or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All over here.
Your pecs will be your pecs.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Who knows? I feel like the drinking one, it kind of makes sense, but not really, because you would end up finding one of the bodies sooner or later.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's aliens.
They made a movie called The Fourth Kind about this little town.
It was a good movie, man.
You know, they blamed the aliens, you know, because they couldn't find anything. Like people were just disappearing and they didn't know why. So I mean, who knows?
It makes sense. It doesn't make sense, bro.
Yeah, being abducted or, yeah, man. Well, Jose mentioned too the serial killer one, man. If there was a serial killer, just fucking shit up. I mean, the cops, a little bit of cops, you know, or maybe it was corrupt, you know.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Corrupt? Fuck, who knows? Maybe it's just... Fuck, who knows? What can it be, bro?
Maybe they're just.
Yeah, what
Maybe
happens-
so many things.
What
like,
happens to all these lost civilizations that are out there, dude, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
you-
some of the ones that are, like, supposedly lost, they just move. Like, they just, like...
They migrate.
Like the Mayan one. Like,
Mhm.
the Mayan
That's the one you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Like, that one's, like... I don't know.
And what's that one shit? Like the mines, right? They predicted the 2012 shit. What was that about? You know, like for them, you know.
That was the end of their calendar, supposedly, bro. It wasn't the end of the world. It was just the end of their calendars.
Huh.
That's where they
And-
stopped.
Yeah, that's when their calendar stopped.
Oh, so they go to year 1 now, or what?
Yeah,
Or-
they go to year 1, so that's their calendar. So, we're done talking about yours, Will?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
No.
I guess
Go,
yeah.
go,
You
go,
just
go,
started
go.
on yours.
Yeah, you already started on yours.
No, because you said it.
Oh, I
You
guess.
already started on yours.
Nah.
Come on,
Finish off.
Come on, Jose.
Finish off.
Jose.
Nah,
Let's go.
He already finished it, bro.
Go ahead, finish it. There's nothing more.
You
There's
finished
nothing
it,
more I
you
could
did.
possibly say. Go.
No, but dude, weren't you saying that that if you want to see an alien, you have to go there? Like, supposedly, like.
Oh, yeah,
UFOs
supposedly
and, like, weird
there's-
lights and shit like that.
Oh yeah, well supposedly there's a. If you were to want to witness an alien, the best place to go is right there because there's lots of sightings. There's lots of reported sightings right there.
Yeah, a lot of signs in Roswell, New Mexico as well. For aliens.
What?
Roswell,
New Mexico.
That's where one crashed, bro.
Oh yes, they say that it
I
was.
was drunk, bro.
They say that it was, but then they say that it was just a balloon, bro.
A balloon, a Fajirka.
Weather balloon.
Weather
A
balloon.
Fajirka for local, the alien.
What about have you guys heard about the Battle of Los Angeles?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was like during World War II.
Have you guys heard about that one? Do you think that one?
They said it was just lights.
They said it was just lights and then that.
But these ones were shooting.
They were shooting lights on the pendejo.
No, they were shooting at a light supposedly.
Yeah. Let me go on there, bro. Keep on talking with it.
What?
Just keep on talking.
Well, yeah. Well, you see the picture, like they said that you could see the bullets, like little dart, basically like a fire dart, like going at something, and if the bullets weren't hitting anything, they would have just kept going through the night sky, but they're literally stopping at what they were shooting at. You know?
I heard that even pieces of what they say it was an aircraft was falling off to the like that it was falling off on like to the beach and shit.
Because right here I'm on the History Channel, and it's an article called World War II's Bizarre Battle of Los Angeles. So the American military units unleashing a torrent of anti-aircraft fire in the skies over Los Angeles, and that's the picture, right?
Yeah, and they say it was just for a movie. They did it for a movie. You're not gonna be
In
shooting that much
1941,
live round
December
ammunition
They were shooting
around neighborhoods, you know, just to make a movie.
Because then they were, like I said, bro, they were saying that supposedly like pieces were coming off, bro.
And then they brought what the what are those
It was
military?
Army.
Yeah,
It
the
was
Army,
National Guard,
the National Guard. There you go.
Yeah.
They brought those fools down. I was like, why would you bring all those fools down? Waste all that money just for a movie?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, man.
Expensive ass movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lights, look at the lights, bro. That shit looks weird. This was actually the photo. Yeah, because they parked
What do
14.
you think, Willie? No movie? It was
Look,
some shit that they
for-
want to tell us?
Yeah.
1,400 rounds of ammunition, bro. Pump over 1,400.
Do you think they were just scared and they were just shooting at stupid shit? Or do you think they were
But
actually
they can't
shooting at
just like
something?
a normal like they need a like
Keep in mind it was during World War II, bro. So
and also the sergeant needs to be like, all right, go, shoot at the target. It wasn't like they just showed up and started shooting like the.
Well, maybe
the leader.
someone reported suspicious activity. It's during World War II, bro. They're paranoid, bro. Their minds are
Definitely.
rushing. They just shot. Stupid. And then they were too scared to admit that they shot nothing, so they just say like.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's a fucking trip, dude. There's so much fucking.
And
There's so
so
much.
much stories,
So
man.
yeah, so much stories that
Yeah.
you're like you don't have information or you have little to no information. And
Yeah, and they told Japan like, hey, was it you guys? They were like, nah, we didn't fly shit over, over your location. And all
Fuck,
that. So it
if Japan would have done that, it would have been.
Who would've
another-
felt it?
They would know. It would have been another Hiroshima if Japan would have done that shit.
yeah, because they talking with Japanese, World War II.
But that was though.
Hmm?
Fuck, Fuck, who knows?
The Japanese military later claimed they had never flown aircraft over the city during World War II.
Maybe they were scared too. Maybe Japan was trying to say like, nah, it wasn't us. Nah, I think Japan would have been like, hell yeah, that shit was us. What's up?
Take credit, or
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, and if it was like a plane or whatever they were flying during that time, it would have gone down.
Yeah.
Literally would have gone down on the spot because
So,
they were shooting so much ammunition at it that it wouldn't have gone anywhere.
yeah.
You know?
So
I don't know. That's a weird story, bro.
It's crazy.
Because it had to be something strong out of this world, bro, for it to be get hit with
This guy.
1,400.
You see
out of this
the
round.
little keywords he adds out of this world.
Look how much round
Out
the
of this
shot,
world.
bro. What the fuck? They were shooting like fucking.
And what were they shooting? What are those guns called?
the fucking
Those are artilleries, bro.
Yeah, there's a
It's
fucking
like
bullets are like
turrets
fucking a whole fucking bottle of shit.
Yeah, 1,400 rounds of those, bro.
And for that shit not to go down?
Yeah.
See,
It's kind
imagine.
of suspicious. It's kind of sus, bro.
That shit
Somebody
wasn't
around-
man-made. That shit was alien-made.
It was out of this world, man. Some dude. So I feel like someone saw something, but they were like, "Nah, I ain't gonna report it."
We gotta
kill
we gotta bring someone, bro, that actually witnessed it firsthand. You know, so we gotta
They're probably not
find.
even alive right
We gotta
now, bro.
find one motherfucker that's still not dead. You know, that's still alive that
It
can
was
tell the
during
story.
World War II.
Yeah, bro. We gotta find them, bro. It's our job to find them.
Not active no more, bro.
And what about if he passed the story to his son? You know,
Yeah.
we gotta find that son, that fallen son, that fortunate son.
We gotta just hit him up.
Okay, Jose, let's go back to your
Yeah, let's go
Mayan,
back. You're getting off topic, bro. You gotta
Yeah,
chill out, man.
come on,
You gotta
dude.
stop talking about dildos, bro.
Oh yeah, the Mayans were like this. This powerhouse, bro. They were a powerhouse.
So
Bro.
shuffling stuff.
They were from like the end of Mexico, and then they went from Salvador, Honduras, and they went to Guatemala. So they had like all that shit around, bro.
So they're just blending with each other. Huh?
Yeah, they were just mixing, bro. Just hybrids.
That's nasty, man.
They were just hybriding, bro. And then like they were people credit them for inventing the number 0, bro. Like they
Number
started
0.
counting from 0, bro. You know how like
Yeah.
from 0, bro. They invented it, bro.
That's weird,
It's
bro.
pretty-
Someone's just like, that's number
Yeah.
1, that's number 2.
And then like when you
Number
think
4.
about the Mayans, you think about their temples they built, like all this nice shit that they made, bro. Yeah, but this one I don't think it was aliens, bro. This one was like just like they say that it was because migrated. They were overusing their land, bro. Like they were
Oh,
kind of like
the
mistreating it, bro.
the
Yeah.
resources were dying out.
They were dying out, bro. They were doing so much to their where they were farming and all that it was just
Maybe the
fucking up
maybe
nature,
the
bro.
population was just getting so big that
They couldn't control it no
that's
more?
what credits then, bro. Yeah, that was one of the downfalls. They say that it was fighting other tribes, bro, warring tribes, bro. It was overusing and overusing like their land that they had because they were overpopulated.
Resources.
They were overpopulated and they were using so much of the resources that they ran out, bro. So they just moved. So they just moved around. Like some of them went to other tribes.
Yeah, so they were just
Yeah.
like, hey, let's break this team up and let's go separate ways.
Because aliens for this one, no, bro. There's resource. There's like
Debunked.
that was
Conspiracy
debunked, bro.
Junkies debunked.
But it's crazy because it's like, dude, the shit that they build, bro, it's crazy,
Yeah,
bro. You look at
they had one of the most advanced forms of to look at the stars.
Yeah.
What is that called?
What is that called, bro?
It's
Their math was good.
Their math was good because their numbers were good. What is it?
it's a telescope, no?
Like, because they would do it with the calendars and shit, huh? Too.
Research it out.
Yeah, and another like tribe civilization that was kind of the Aztecs, bro. They had like a beautiful ass, like how they just like
They had floating
yeah.
little gardens,
it
bro.
was like a little
astronomy.
island, no?
Astronomy, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this one was a powerhouse, bro.
Aztecs
be a
too.
powerhouse.
Aztecs too, but they brought people inside, and that's the Spaniards,
Yeah.
you know.
Because that was a powerhouse, bro. The Mayans were a powerhouse,
Yeah.
bro. From if you have like the end of Mexico, bro, and other things like that, like, bro, what the you're dominating right now. But I feel
And
like
also too, like what happened in Greece too. Like remember, not in Greece.
Rome.
Was it Rome? Like just people, they were just like, you know what, like that's different ideas, and everyone just rebels and all that shit. The society just falls,
Yeah.
you know. It's like what's going on right now in the U.S. Civil
the
War.
US, bro, Civil War. Yeah, it makes sense, but then it kind of makes sense because, like, you know, you're overpopulating your place, you're eating too much, you know, and then they say that climate change too. The climate change started fucking with their, what was it? We're farming, bro. Their agriculture.
But climate change isn't how?
I don't know, bro. It just
like I said, due to the climate change that's going on right now.
Probably, bro.
I mean, I don't know, bro. It's a lot of factors have to play, but also too, like the people in it, you know, like the people in power, bro. Like if they disagree, bro, then they're gonna break up the tribe, bro. You know, and that's what happens a lot, bro.
Maybe that's what happened because a lot of them just did, bro. And they just left like different things, bro.
Yeah, one of the minds was like, "Hey, I'm gonna vote for Trump, bro." Like, you're gonna vote for Trump, you know? And then they just broke, you know. They just got into a little altercation, you know.
Because there was a lot of shit. Like, yeah, they were fighting amongst each other, and then supposedly they were fighting with other tribes, bro.
Yeah. That's a recipe for disaster right there.
That is a recipe for disaster,
mm-hmm.
And that's crazy, bro. Because some say that aliens helped them with their, because the Aztecs and the Mayans had weird like symbols on their shit,
yeah.
like sun, like have you seen like they said the sun? It was the sun god, like a god came out of the sun, like. How can it come out of the sun?
But if you really look at it, you find that in a lot of stuff around the world, like in a lot of art or tombs.
Maybe they mean like sun is life, you know? Maybe because sun is what gives.
I mean, they all depict or draw like fucking sphere shaped stuff floating in the sky.
That's a lot of fucking.
And it's like they didn't have cameras, they didn't have internet back then, like.
And that was the Mayans. The Mayans and the Aztecs had a lot of fucking like these, and then they had like also too of like people with like their heads like back like this. Have you seen that shit?
Oh, with the animals, huh?
Yeah.
And owls and all that shit.
I don't know, dude.
So I was telling Joe about this tribe. I've heard about it in Joe Rogan.
Atlantis?
No.
It's
I guess this reporter was able to get into this tribe that hasn't been untouched.
Oh.
By.
There's one in Brazil or something. Yeah, Sentinel.
They're called the Mikuchi Indians. Yeah.
Mikuchi.
So something like that. Yeah, Mikuchi Indians. And he said that they told them stories about there was this caves that they would go through, and it took them through like different like tunnels and stuff like that, and you eventually get into like a different world where like dinosaurs still existed. There was aliens down there, shit like that, like inside the Earth's crust.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, and it's like how do people that don't have communication with like the internet shit like that, how do they know about that stuff? They're not educated like by what we see, you know?
About that
how do they know about all that shit, you know? You get me? It's like it's crazy.
It is crazy, and if they draw that on fucking on the wall and all that, and they be drawing animals crazy too, bro. Like
it's a lot to take in because it's like, how can these people invent like aliens? How do they know aliens? How do they know dinosaurs? Like if they don't have no internet or nothing, you get me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was passed down from stories, like hey, dinosaurs are down there, and they're like,
legends or.
So who knows? That's crazy.
So do you believe in the hollow Earth? Like there's another civilization like living inside of Earth?
But that's
I've
like.
heard of it, but I'm like, wow.
But how are these foods like even? Is it like, cause
the sun?
Because I took a rock class, bro. It was
geology.
Yeah, geology, bro, and it's like it's different like oxygen levels for different like for the crust and all that. How are people down there, bro? Like the fuck.
Okay, so remember how we were talking about adaptation?
Adaptation, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe our bodies are adapted to living up here, and theirs are adapted to living down there. They get their energy not from the sun, but from the lava.
Yeah, all right.
If you really think about it, thermal energy.
Yeah. But so like.
I mean, like physics could only go a certain way. Like once you get into space physics, it's non-existent, doesn't it? When you go underwater, physics doesn't exist. You know. You get me?
Depends. Well, depends. Underwater? Depends.
No, underwater you just add another...
What are you trying to do? Like, what do you...
You add another formula, but it's just still not the same physics as
I got you.
You're up here. You get me?
That's trippy, guys.
But like, so they're basically like an underground, you know, like they have that space to spread, you know, and all that, you know, they have like their own.
Well, you didn't see it was on the Joe Rogan podcast, bro. He has some guy, bro, who went into this cave, and the cave's like its own world. Like it has its own weather, its own everything, bro. So it's like, if that's possible, why isn't his shit possible?
All that shit.
We should look into
weird,
it, bro.
Yeah.
Next episode, we should talk about
I
that.
should just.
It's a fucking trip, huh?
Yeah, it is a trip.
Hollow Earth.
I think I want to live there.
I mean, in Russia is where they dug the world's steepest fucking hole, and they stopped because they were hearing like demonic stuff supposedly.
Yeah, it's the Hora Hell or some shit.
And it's like, dude, they dug so deep and they still not hitting lava, dude. Like, something's gotta be wrong, dude. Like, you hear me? Like, if the Earth is that fucking deep, why couldn't there be a civilization?
And,
you know?
And when they dig that hole, when did they?
Back in the what? When was this?
This was like during the. It was not that long ago, bro. It was pretty recent. No, it was probably like what, 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, they started hearing like weird noises and shit, like demonic noises.
Hey, you're fucking up my hands.
It's like, hey, stop fucking digging, bitch.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. When was it, bro?
Chill. My internet's slow.
Well, you got T-Mobile now?
Oh, it was during the Cold War.
The Cold War. So, and how big was like the thickness of the hole? Like, how big?
Oh, it was pretty. Let me see. The deepest hole we have ever dug. During the Cold War, the U.S. and Soviets both created ambitious projects. Ooh. Doesn't show any pictures of it. Oh. I guess it's this one. Oh, this doesn't look too big. This is like a little drill hole.
It's crazy, bro.
But there's another one, no? Is it a natural made hole? Like that's big as fuck or no?
That's a geyser, no?
I think I heard about that, bro. I heard about that whole, the man-made one.
The man-made one? I heard about that.
No, the nature-made one.
But the nature one, I don't think I've seen the hole.
Could you put a... Did they record the noises that were coming from right there?
Yeah, I think they did, no? They caught, and it sounded like a bunch of like souls screaming like like they were burning or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's why they stopped because they got scared that they're like, fuck, you guys made a gate to like hell and shit. Yeah.
The demons are just gonna crawl out of there, or
you know?
Let me see if we could get the
what?
We could get the noises.
You're gonna play or no? Nah, bro, I don't want to scare the viewers.
You gotta put a disclaimer.
Yeah, put a disclaimer. Like you may be scared.
You may be scared of your mind at 40 minutes and 30 seconds.
Well, we still gotta talk about the fool that commented on the podcast. He the dude that commented on the podcast, like he agreed with us, bro. But he mentioned something about like Kyle being like if we had like that white privilege. That he was just him having that white privilege presence there, you know, like why you gotta say it like that, bro? You know, like
no
you
such
good
thing
or
as
yeah.
white privilege, bro.
Every like, the thing that I gotta get out there, you know, any race could be racist to any any race, you know.
Yeah,
it could go both ways, bro. You know, like you know, I'm Mexican, you know, and I could hate white people, you know. Like, I could be racist. I could that's race.
Well, as soon as you pick like a
color.
Group, a color. Like a color of their skin or their religion or like that's why you don't like them, bro. That's racism, bro. You're picking you're picking something about them. If you don't like it because they have black hair, like see that's different, bro. You're just a weirdo, you know.
Or if you have no hair.
Or if you have no hair.
It's gonna suck, huh? People that have no hair.
People that don't have hair,
no, but you don't have no hair. You could grow it.
Hey,
you know,
really good thing you have luscious locks. So you don't have nothing to worry about.
Funny joke.
Fucking
like, funny joke, man.
Get out of here, fucking Hitler, with your fucking Hitler stash right here. Mein Kampf.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of his presence. Well, if I kind of understand like why you know you don't agree with them, you don't agree with the BML, you don't like them, you're tired of them destroying like the basically destroying the whole fucking city. They fucked everything up. Businesses, but it's like, dude, like, you're not a cop, bro. You're not a security guard, you know. You're not. Why go there in the first place? You know, yeah, you are trying to make a difference and shit. Like, yeah, bro, we
do it.
We're on your side. You know? We're with it. But it's like, just let those people do what they gotta do, bro. Like, you know, like if the cops are not putting it, then let's bring in the National Guard. They'll fucking, you know, they'll do something about it.
Well, the thing is, like all the mayors and the governors, the help is right there, bro. The president's like, if you need the National Guard, it's right there. But you're the one that needs to call it in, you know? You're the one that needs to be like, all right, come through, you know? We see what's going on in Portland, you know? Like, the mayor doesn't want to call in the National Guard because they're going to look bad on him, you know? They're going to hate him, you know?
But you think they're going to vote for them next?
No.
All the residents are like, fuck that fool. Fuck that little soy boy. He's out.
He's out.
Yeah, a lot of people are opening their eyes, bro. A lot of people, they had, these past 3 months, bro, a lot of people had a lot of times in their hands, bro.
Yeah.
That's new information, bro. They developed, you know.
Are we talking about something else, guys? Are we talking about race and shit again? Come on, guys.
We're talking about just kind of shit that's going on right now, you know. Are you hearing the voices?
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to topic. The dude commented, bro. We got it.
Who cares? Leave him alone.
Yeah.
He's the only comment we've gotten.
We still love you, bro. Thanks for hearing the podcast.
He probably didn't hear it all, though.
He's like, fuck. He's like, I'm just going to skip to the cow raiding house, bro. Are you going to put the voice or?
Yeah, Jose, are you going to put the voice?
Put it for like 10 seconds. I'm not trying to get copyrighted.
Oh, shit.
What's the voice, or? That's it? Yeah, that's scary.
Fuck that shit, dude.
Imagine like running down in an alley like that and just hearing that shit.
Just fuck, dude. Just even all this crazy shit in the world, dude.
There's
like,
so much shit, bro, that we don't even know. You know,
yeah,
so much shit
that we haven't discovered.
Yeah.
Like I said, like we haven't discovered time travel, but I'm pretty sure it's there.
The sea too. We haven't really fully
explored
everything. There could be different fishes, different like
on the ground, in the
know,
waters.
Have we really been everywhere in the United States? No. In the United States. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Let me put some chicken.
But I see what you mean, Jose. Like, there's like.
But in the United States, we haven't been on everything, bro.
Area 51.
We haven't.
We haven't not even Area 51. We haven't discovered all the.
There's a lot of desert downtown.
Yeah,
that has been.
We haven't really discovered it. We don't know what's there, you know.
Yeah.
Same thing with like the whole world. We don't know like exactly what's around them or
like that one jungle that supposedly has dinosaurs. The one in where is it?
Congo.
Yeah.
Congo. Yeah.
We haven't discovered a lot of places, bro. The Amazon, you know, that's
So
one of them. The Amazon is such a mysterious place, bro, and nature right there, bro, is completely different how it is right here, bro.
Amazon's scary, dude. Fuck that shit. I wouldn't go over there.
It's just a little.
It was a UFO.
UFO. Well, we're on the 1 hour mark. If you guys want to end it right here. That was scary, bro.
Yeah.
The voices that you put, man.
Voices, yeah. It was like some weird ass shit, bro. Like, what the fuck? It was demonic as fuck.
That's weird, man. We're gonna end it off with a little scary, you know.
Dude. Yeah, right. With spooky season coming.
Spooky season, bro.
Get your partners, cuddle up if you have someone.
So later on, in the podcast, bro, once we get closer to like October, I kind of want to make stories of like craziest stuff that happened, like in Halloween, bro, like scary stories, you know.
Oh,
the whole.
Yeah, like
that sounds good. Yeah.
People murdering each other, you know, shit like
good.
that.
Yeah. That sounds perfect, bro.
Well, yeah, man. You want to end it off, Willie?
All right, guys.
End it off with us.
I'm gonna have my first shirts out in about a week.
Give a little shout out, Willie.
Exodus coming soon. Woo!
And he's gonna give me a free shirt, guys.
He's